Welcome into another day in the Npsl Sunshine Conference. My name is Matthew Gregorio, bringing you today's action between the Miami Dutch Lions and the Miami Beach Football Club. First ever matchup between these two opponents as Miami Beach comes inland a little bit to Hialeah, Florida, and Ted Hedrick Stadium to face the Dutch Lions. Once again, big shout out to Topside Agency. My name is Matthew Gregorio as both teams look to get ready for action here today. The starting lineups for the Miami Dutch Lions go as this. It will be Damian Baltide up top at attack, Axel Funk on the left, Felipe Alvarez on the right, Valente Kogwa and Yari Steiger handle the midfield action. Antolines, Zorans, Bravo, and Podmel will be in the back. And Peter Wenzel will be in net today for the Miami Dutch Lions. We'll take a quick break in the action as both teams will wait for introductions and the national anthem. Welcome back. We're about to get ready. The Miami Dutch Lions have won the coin toss. They have decided to start with the ball here in the opening frame. Once again, so happy that you've joined us. 4 p.m. start time here in the NPSL on a Sunday afternoon in Miami, Florida. We avoided the rainstorms as we had a tropical storm come through the area the last couple days. It'll be Damian Baltide to open things off, playing at the center forward position today for the Dutch Lions. He'll be wearing number 10 as MDLFC decides to go with the orange kits, the white shorts, white socks. Miami Beach gonna decide to go with the all pink kits and the white socks. Starting goaltender for every game for Miami Beach so far is Christian Blanco. He'll be in net wearing the yellow number 1. Peter Wenzel starting in goal today for the Miami Dutch Lions. Wenzel, the former Elon keeper, now turned Duke University keeper, as the Dutch Lions will start it out and play it out to the near side. It'll be Tyler Zorans on the ball, getting the start. Last-minute decision over Granados, who started the previous game against Miami United. The Miami Dutch Lions come in 1-2 on the season. They were in the top 4 in the best teams in the Sunshine Conference last year. This year have skidded off to a tough 1-2 start. Miami Beach newcomers to the Sunshine Conference. They find themselves at 2-1, having defeated Miami United, the Central Florida Panthers, and falling to Naples United in their first matchup. Once again, my name, Matthew DiGregorio, Topside Agency, bringing you today's broadcast here. as we get our first whistle of the game, and it will be a throw-in on the far side of the pitch. The Miami Dutch Lions, I mentioned, come in at 1-2. They started off the season with a win against Maggia, 1-0. Then the Central Florida Panthers, they fell to 1-0, and then Miami United, they fell to 1-0. So there's just been three goals scored in the 3 games that the Dutch Lions have played in. The lone goal coming by way of Giuliano Roberts, who returns to the lineup here this afternoon for Miami Dutch Lions. That one played out of play aggressively and will stay the way of Miami FC. As Miami Beach comes in, the first ever matchup between these two clubs. Player to watch out for, Ignacio Ten Lopez has 2 of the 3 goals this year, 2 of the 4, I guess, but 2 of the 3 that have been scored by Miami Beach players. The first goal of the season being an own goal against Naples. Miami Dutch Lions were supposed to play Naples United in a game that got postponed. Postponements have been a story in the early goings of the league year, as Miami Beach also had a game against Maggia postponed. That one will be headed back by Yari Steiger, who also makes his return to the lineup this afternoon. Very skilled player on the ball. Certainly keep our eye on Yari Steiger here today. Plays at an academy over in Rome, Italy, making his way to the States to play for the first time in his career. Originally from Germany. This one played back and sent up via the left foot of the outside back. That was Kerry Sarmiento. And now this one shipped forward on the far side of the pitch, taken out of the air on the one touch, and now up to the dangerous Aristotle Cephalis. Now Cephalis on the ball. Tried to center it, no one home, and Felipe Alvarez shifts back. Taken off the ball, however, as Miami Beach looks to counter. A ball sent in. Wenzel is talking there, a dangerous one that goes through the box, and the head referee gives a foul. So the Miami Dutch Lions will take over possession. Quick note there on Kerry Sarmiento. Plays at Florida International, FIU, right down the road from here. One of the top players at his high school. And he finds himself wearing number 77 in the pink. It's going to be a tall task for the Dutch Lions to try to work some offense as this one's turned over in the midfield. Taken on the right. Good pressure here by Kogwa. And now getting past Steiger. Here is Sarmiento. Sarmiento looked across. It goes off. The defender for the Dutch Lions on the far side of the pitch looked to be Antolinez on the far side. We'll see. I believe that was a handball, actually, that they called. So Yari Steiger is going to go over and delay some time as Miami Beach sets up their set-piece opportunity. Peter Wenzel telling Balti to come within the 6-yard box there as Yari Steiger, the lone man in the wall. A nice chip via the left foot. It's a little too far, and Wenzel jumps up and gets it at the peak of the height. Axel Funk touches the ball for the first time today, and eventually will roll down the other side of the pitch to Alejandro Esposito. A lot of good talent on the field here today. Miami Beach coming into the Sunshine Conference in their first season as a part of this conference in the NPSL. Miami Beach calling their home Barry University, residing in Miami Shores. The Dutch Lions will head to Barry and face Miami Beach later on this season. Both teams also have a makeup game as the rain has been pouring down here in South Florida for the past couple weeks. Taken at the midfield line by Steiger, who plays it over to the far side of the pitch. And now a quick play up, and Kogwa just unable to handle that one. Tyler Zeron's over there. Saw Antolina's. He seems to just be shadowing number 77, Kerry Sarmiento, the FIU man. This one's played in the midfield, looking to go the other way, ward the Dutch Lions. The official says no, however, to that, and Miami Beach will set up an offensive attack here. The Dutch Lions also return their head coach today, Robert Stoutenberg, back on the sideline. Lucas Martirana filled in the time being. He's still over there as well. The two of them, very vocal coaches. You'll hear them a lot on the far side of the pitch for the Dutch Lions. Played out now in Antolina's on the throw in here. Antolina is in for Alex Benitez today, getting the start as this one's played into the midfield and off the hop. Zerons will take it on his left and turn and go the other way. Zerons has speed, showing it off right there. And now going the other way is Sergio Medina. Medina, a good attacker in his own right, as this one's taken out of the air and played past Felipe Alvarez. Miami Beach, a good opportunity here. Antolina, though, will put in a touch and send it the other way for the Dutch Lions. Juan Valiente got a touch there. He also returns to the lineup for the Dutch Lions today. You can hear Robert Stoutenberg on the far side of the pitch, furious with his team that they're not moving the ball forward, as Zerons will play it up the line. Taken by Kogwa, who played his college ball at Hofstra, one of the top collegiate soccer programs in the Northeast. Now going the other way, here are the Dutch Lions, and a miscommunication. Balti tried to run onto it. Damian, one of the top scorers in the SAC this year, led Tusculum in goals. Team did not have a great season, but Balti was certainly one of those players recognized as an outstanding player on the field and has found his way to the Miami Dutch Lions this season. As you see, Peter Wenzel, another one of those excellent players out on the pitch here for Robert Stoutenberg. Miami Beach usually comes alive in the second half of games, although they do have a first half goal by Ten Lopez, but that came late in the first half against the 2-1 win against Miami United. Second time this season that Miami Beach has found their way to Ted Hendricks Stadium. The Dutch Lions share it with Miami United. Those two teams played right here a couple days ago on June the 1st, a game in which Miami United captured the victory 1-0. Tyler Zarams checking on the Miami Beach player on the far side. Fans continue to file in. It's a humid day out here, partly cloudy. Some blue skies trying to open up on the far side as South Florida gets over its tropical storm. At the east end of the pitch right now, it's completely blue skies, so hopefully the wind decides to move towards us here at Ted Hendricks. Lengthy delay there on the throw-in, and great body position to get past the Rams here. Miami Beach looking to counter and threat, and that one will be played out of play. And so we'll have our first corner kick, or our second corner kick actually, for Miami Beach. Heading over there is going to be Aristotle Cephalus. The other one was a handball, actually, so it's going to be their first corner. Second opportunity from that far side corner area. As Cephalus puts it on his right. Three players stay back here for Miami Beach. Everyone but Axel Funk in the box now for the Miami Dutch Lions. This one driven right into the middle of the 18. Yari Steiger drops back and now taken here by Fabio Podmel, who plays his collegiate ball at Longwood University. And Podmel now on the rush. Looks for Axel Funk and just out of the racing Funk. Coming over to make the stop there was Christian Blanco. Once again, so happy that you've joined us in the 12th minute here in Hialeah, Florida. The Miami Dutch Lions looking to try to push their record to 500 and even it up at 2-2. 4 teams will make the tournament in the Sunshine Conference. Winner will advance after that. The Dutch Lions in their first season in the Sunshine Conference last year found themselves right in the thick of it, eventually falling in the conference tournament. That one will be whiffed at and now taken out on the near side. Here's Lucas Mastro Giuseppe. Now played down, and Podmel does a great job at turning the ball over. At times, Podmel struggled last game, but certainly one of the focal points at the center back position. See right now, Miami Beach has energy coming out of their back, but seem to lose some steam as they continue down the pitch. Wenzel talking to Podmel, those two always in constant communication. Podmel, also from Germany, Menden, Germany, actually. Wenzel, a German in his own right, as it will go out of play here for another corner. It's going to be Alejandro Esposito to head over to the corner. Once again, we expect to see Teo Candido, who did have a goal in the 2-1 victory here at Ted Hendricks against Miami United. Ignacio Ten Lopez out there right now. He has 2 of the 4 goals for Miami Beach so far in the 2022 campaign. But right now we're looking at Esposito, who will drive that one and head it away by Damien, as Balti does a good job shifting over. Peter Wenzel continuing to talk to his defensive core, as this one's driven in towards Wenzel, and he had that one covered the entire time. That one out of play. Coaching staff continuing to do a lot of communication between their young team out here. Miami Beach looking to try to continue their winning streak. Lost their first game, but have won their last 2. 2-1 at Miami United right here, and then defeating the Central Florida Panthers at home in Miami Shores. Yari Steiger taking it to midfield now and racing down with pace. This the first real opportunity for the Dutch Lions. Antolinas will drive this across, taken on the hop by one, and that one's sent over by Kogwa. The Dutch Lions had the real opportunity there. Kogwa decided to try to rifle it, and they went through the goalpost. And if we were playing American football, that would have been 3 points. Valiente just could not take it down there. Tried to go with a left shoulder. Ball spinning. The turf still kind of wet and slick from the just downpouring of rain that we've had in this Miami area the last couple days. This one sent over, ran onto, and upended over there on the far side was Tyler Zerons, who goes down, and the Miami Beach player not happy. Looks like Esposito on the far side took exception to it. Esposito still having some words over there. Same with Sergio Medina. Fans continuing to file in here. So Rollins appears to be okay, as it looks like the Dutch Lions will keep possession. And now they'll take it out of their center backfield. Alec Bravo will play it over to Matthew Antolines. Antolina has time and space here, drives it to Baltine, who heads it along to Funk. Dangerous opportunity upcoming here for the Dutch Lions. Funk takes it down in what could have been a handball as our official looks right at his chest, points to it and says, no, unintentional as we play on here. And on the far side of the pitch, it looked like it was Bravo upended once again. And we've seen some real chippiness in the last couple of minutes here as Alejandro Esposito right in the middle of all of it. Unhappy as our head official is going to call over Esposito. Also going to talk with Bravo here. Gives them a final warning. Bravo and Alejandro continue to talk as Esposito has found himself in the center of everything today, taking all the set pieces and committing numerous fouls now. As you can see, Miami Beach loves to play aggressive out there. They can get under team skins and continue to play like that until they find an edge offensively. Now Baltine running onto it. Ball kind of skipped up on him there, spun down, and now he runs back to get it. Sends it on net, and a nice save there by Miami Beach's Christian Blanco. First shot on net today for the Dutch Lions. It was Anderson Zapata there, starting things up, and now a turnover in the defensive half here for Miami Beach. Yari Steiger will just send it into space as the Dutch Lions content with going back and forth here with Miami Beach, a team that looks very different than their opening strides against Miami United. Coach Stoutenberg on the far side talking with Yari Steiger as the Dutch Lions look to have a better purpose with their possession. Nice play by Zorans defensively as Axel Funk keeps it in on the far touchline. And that one sent out, unable to keep it in there, was Nico Kogwa. So Miami Beach will try to move it into their attacking third via the throw-in. Starters for Miami Beach today. Christian Blanco starting in goal. Esposito we've talked about. We have Mateo Hincapi wearing number 8 in the midfield as we see Valentia come up and send it up to Baltine. Valiente does a good job there as Baltine sends it over to Kogwa. Kogwa taking it on his left, then putting it into space on his right, and the Hofstra man upset with that. Way out of the reach of Axel Funk. So we'll continue on with the starters here. I mentioned Hincapi, followed up by Lucas Mastro Giuseppe, Sergio Medina, Sarmiento we've already talked about, Surfalis, Stoffel, and then Ignacio Ten Lopez, who's been kind of quiet, guarded by Antolines and Podmel in the early goings, playing up at the striker position. Robin Walsh and Zapata finish out the center backs for the Miami Beach Football Club. The Dutch Lions trying to step up here and apply pressure as Felipe Alvarez will shift over. Both teams about even right now in the 50-50 ball category, as that will be taken by Christian Blanco. In the 20th minute of play right now as we approach the halfway mark of this first half of play. So happy that you've joined us. Matt DiGregorio bringing you this action of NPSL soccer. Taken by Zapata here as Anderson Zapata looks to go with the through ball. Dangerous opportunity upcoming for Miami Beach. It is Mateo Hincapi. Hincapi trying to get past Podmel, who does a great job defensively. And the whistle so far being swallowed by our head referee here today. Something that these boys love to see, especially coming straight out of their college seasons, whether it's the conference tournaments or some of them playing in other professional categories as well. Zapata, one of those guys here, as he stands on the ball. Now taking with pace, going the other way is Surfalis. And now a turnover. Nice clipping there by the Dutch Lions as it's a 1-2. Racing on here is Felipe Alvarez. Tried to win the race to the ball, but Zapata with good body position to box out Felipe and force it the other direction. Back and forth we go here at Ted Hendricks Stadium as Miami Beach races in the opposite direction here. Gets past Tyler Zorons dangerously in the middle and taken in the 18 there by Fabio Podmal. Now going the opposite direction. Player in an offside position right now. Looks like Sefurlis, as that one is shot right into a clump of defenders. Axel Funk with possession. Trying to call on the run for Baltine. Zorons. Antolines. Now Fabio. Good ball movement here by the Dutch Lions, who go back over to Tyler Zorons getting the start today. The 1-2 with Axel Funk. Zorons upended, and a really good possession. This might have been the best home possession that we've seen so far by the Miami Dutch Lions. Purpose with every pass there. The possession had a purpose, and they finally get the call on the far side of the pitch to Zorons. As Axel Funk stands over it now on the set piece. Couple good opportunities from this area that the Dutch Lions had in their last outing against Miami United. First time we'll see Axel Funk stand over the ball, the man out of Lynn University, one of the top Division II collegiate programs in the nation. As Funk raises his hand, he'll service this one into the 18. Up there with the height were the Dutch Lions, now played out and finally cleared away by Miami Beach. Juan Valiente in there. As Valiente returns to the lineup here today. Valiente wearing number 27 in orange. Juan has been a focal point in that central midfield. This one driven in and now headed forward. Taken by Zorons, but clipped forward for Miami Beach. Numbers going the opposite direction here as the FIU man runs onto it. It's Kerry Sarmiento into the 18, clipped in front. The header goes by the far post. And you see Wenzel not happy with Fabio Podmel right now. Neither with Matthew Antolines, as both getting an earful from the Duke goalkeeper. Peter Wenzel unhappy with the defensive play from the left side of the line as he plays it short now to Podmal. Telling his back line to move up here is Wenzel. Alvarez looking to go the opposite direction. Handball stayed down there, and that one will make its way out of play for Miami Beach. Mateo Hincapi will actually earn the foul as it's played quickly into the center midfield. Now with pace, Miami Beach with Sefurlis here. And a turnover to Tyler Zorons, who has been one of the best players on the field today from either side. He has just found a nose for the ball here this afternoon. Dangerously now to Felipe Alvarez, who takes it within the 18, and a nice defensive effort there by Miami Beach. Still not out of the woods yet as this one's driven in towards Baltine. He'll head down the skipping ball. It is a slick turf here today, so the bounces continue to be weird, and we'll keep an eye on that as this game continues on. Baltine initially would take that down with his chest if it was on natural grass, but the turf forcing the ball to spin all the way up to his head. And it turned out to be a loss of possession for the Dutch Lions, as it will go to the keeper, Blanco. Wenzel with a double-digit save effort the other night against Miami United when the Dutch Lions fell by a final score of 1-0. Wenzel has been playing outstanding. That was his first game, and now into today, continuing to make the plays that don't necessarily show up on the score sheet, but as a vocal leader in the back, keeping that back line settled and helping young players like Tyler Zorons on that far side. As Zorons, once again, earning the possession here for the Dutch Lions. Zorons getting the spot start for Granados. So initially, a couple hours before game time, we thought it was going to be Granados, but Coach Rob Stoutenberg decided to go with Tyler Zorons, and could still see both of them play today, but Zorons has certainly made the most of his opportunity to start. This one driven up to Juan Valiente as he'll be knocked to the turf. The no-look pass. Both these teams still obviously in the mix of it, having only played 3 games apiece. The Dutch Lions win. They'll jump Miami Beach. Zoran's another big play there defensively. Tyler Zoran's having himself a heck of a game so far as he continues to be the focal point of the defense, playing at the outside back position right now. Have not talked much about the back line so far, Miami Beach. Have not been tested a whole lot. It's been the midfielders really dropping back and playing good D, but we see right there, right in front of us here, below the broadcast booth, as that one's driven in, and it's an offside position, actually. Contact made by Axel Funk on to Christian Blanco. But talking about the pitch, we just saw a slippage right in front of us there. That was Matteo Hincapi. Wonder if he's going to put on some different spikes. A lot of these players used to playing on natural grass. When you come here to Ted Hendricks, it's a different ball game. It's a slick turf, ball bouncing every which way. The complex now firmly a soccer pitch. You can see maybe the outskirts of the faded American football lines. Podmel taking it, slipped for the moment, and now up to Felipe Alvarez. Alvarez, who was one of the better offensive players for the Dutch Lions last time out, takes it on his left, now chips it in with his left, and a nice save there by Christian Blanco, his second save of the afternoon. The Dutch Lions just look like a more collected team in this second home game of the 2022 campaign. Taken on the right now by Kerry Sarmiento. And Axel Funk will win it. And tried to go to Balti there as Funk looked to win the second effort. Miami Beach working with pace in the opposite direction here. A double scissor that finds the foot of Yari Steiger. Mentioned Steiger a few times at the beginning of the game. Was not really involved in much action in the middle 20 minutes or so, but finally saying his name for the second time this afternoon, as Steiger does a good job at earning the Dutch Lions a throw-in. The Dutch Lions do have their lone goal scorer back here today. He'll start on the bench. As they continue to move the ball forward here. Giuliano Roberts, the Upper Iowa man out of Napoli, Italy, returns to the lineup here today. He's a reserve right now, but did score in their 1-0 win against Maggio. As Steiger over the ball now. Yari Steiger playing over in Rome, Italy right now. Here in the States playing soccer for the first time. Podmall. Time and space for Fabio, and he turns it over. The best opportunity for Miami Beach here is Podmel does a good job at getting back. A chip in front, and Antolinas does a good job overlapping with Podmall in order to make the stop. Peter Wenzel telling Podmel to get back to his center back position now as Felipe Alvarez throwing his hands up in frustration, looking for someone to get open as Kogwa will play it out of play, and Axel Funk right now down on the far sideline. And it looks like we're going to see Giuliano Roberts come in. Is Roberts shaking the hands of the reserves. Not up to the center midfield line quite yet. Could just be cramping here for Funk, who has also been around the ball. A lot of the action for the Dutch Lions offensively has been on the far side of the pitch. They've liked to attack that left side as Miami Beach just playing with 3 real defenders to start out. 1 center back, 2 outside backs. All 3 shifting inside, though. As we get a break in the action here. Time continues to roll on. The humidity actually allowing for a water break right now. Both teams will talk it over. Roberts continuing to run up and down the line, trying to stay fresh. You see that even all the way up into the higher professional ranks, that down here in South Florida, because of the humidity level, people go in and the teams and the referees agree before the game, listen, we need to get some water in our guys. We can't have anything happening to them out there. It is a season that you need all hands on deck for in the NPSL, and both teams recognizing that. So outside of the water break, it will start back out with Zorans. Axel Funk getting worked on right now. So the Dutch Lions currently playing with 10 men as Funk is on the bench. The athletic training staff working on him. Taken by Zorans on his right. A good 1-2 with Steiger as Valiente tried to work it forward. Now Podmel to the near side. Antolinez on the ball. Time and space for Antolinez to Steiger now. Steiger head up, dribbling through defenders here. 1-2 with Felipe Alvarez. Alvarez elects not to use him. And now Podmel will send it all the way back. The Dutch Lions athletic training staff working with some kind of pace over there with Axel Funk. Of course, they're just playing with 10 men right now. So man down currently is the team in orange as Miami Beach looks at and tried to move it forward to their prolific scorer in the collegiate ranks there. As Kerry Sarmiento was unable to run onto it. Talked a little bit about how the season's been young. The Dutch Lions' first game was May 21st, and they had a game the 25th. Then 4 days later, the 29th against Naples United, they sat in the locker room for 5+ hours just for the game to get postponed due to inclement weather. Then Miami United was another hour-and-a-half delay 3 days after that, and eventually starting off late. So this team has spent a lot of time just sitting in the locker rooms and not a lot of time training. Opposite story for Miami Beach, who had their first game all the way back on May the 8th and have played one game a week since then. They had a game the 15th, the 21st game on the 1st was postponed, and now here we are on June the 5th, almost a month after they played their first game, and just 3 games into the campaign is Miami Beach, who have had a lot of time to learn each other. The Dutch Lions, on the other hand, have not. And so they continue to try to work out the kinks and into their own as a collected unit. Axel Funk tying up the boot on the far side as Kogwa makes the nice overlapping play. Here's Valiente now. Touched in by Kogwa, and it looked like it went off the arm. No handball call as it was inadvertent. And now Miami Beach possesses. Taken here by Sarmiento, who will rifle one in and just wide of Peter Wenzel in the cage for the Dutch Lions. First real opportunity there for Miami Beach to test Peter Wenzel, who looked like he had it covered the entire way. Wenzel, if he's not the best keeper in the NPSL Sunshine Conference, I don't know who is. As the man right here has legitimate professional aspirations, making 11 stops the other night against a very skilled Miami United team. Good ball distribution here by Wenzel, looking for the height there of Valiente. Valiente bodied off the ball, but the Dutch Lions take over. Antolinas touches it over to Felipe Alvarez, and you saw there Anderson Zapata on the back put his hand up, knowing that that was in an offside position. So the Dutch Lions playing there with the 10 men almost came out and haunted him as Axel Funk will come back into the game. Here's Zapata now. Goes to the far side of the pitch. An errant pass that is raced down over there by Robin Walsh. Now into the midfield here as they continue to move the ball forward. Trying to find an opportunity in the attacking third. First real spark there offensively came from Kerry Sarmiento. Yet to score in the first 3 games for Miami Beach, but has had the opportunities here today. This one driven and a nice play there by Axel Funk. A great ball to the near side. Here is Felipe Alvarez. So much talent when he's on the ball. Goes through the legs and right outside of the box was contact. No call from our head referee once again as Blanco hops on that one. Still more fans continuing to file in. Of course, no rain in the area. 2 teams based out of the Miami area. Family and friends making their way into the stadium. Sunday afternoon soccer here for you at Ted Hendricks Stadium. In the 37th minute of play here, as it's a turnover now in the attacking third here. Miami Beach working it forward. Here's Sarmiento in tight, dangerous opportunity, and it played off of the crossbar. It looked like her just over the crossbar there. Out of play, Alec Bravo coming over to play hero there, as it was just him and an attacking player left there for Miami Beach. Kerry Sarmiento creating a real opportunity. Second good opportunity in about as many minutes here for Miami Beach, who continue to pressure this Dutch Lions defense. Aristotle Sifferlis will play it short here. The overlap by Sifferlis will be sent in and nicely played there by Damian Balti to clear it away. And out of play for a goal kick. Alejandro Esposito was involved earlier on in the match in a couple controversies. Have not said his name much as he looks to have moved back to an outside back position. Miami Beach seems to have changed up their formation and put 4 legitimate backs there now. It was Esposito playing more of like a rover role earlier, running up and down the pitch as more of a center defensive midfielder. Now being moved to outside back by the Miami Beach coaching staff. This one volleyed on by Kogwa and turned over to Miami Beach. Communication has been certainly something of note from the Dutch Lions here today. They've been talking a whole lot more on the pitch. They look more comfortable as a team. It's been more of a head-up mentality rather than keep your head down and try to be the hero. Working more as a collected unit today, and it's evident. This first half has been exceptional compared to what we saw in the last game. Still plenty of things for the team to clean up as the game rolls on, but definitely way better and looking like the team of last year that the Dutch Lions had. Turn there by Ignacio Ten Lopez has to the 4 goals for Miami Beach, their leading scorer. Now Nico Kogwa, the Hofstra man, working forward on the touch with Baltied. Looks up and finds Felipe. Alvarez using both his feet will touch it with his left, trying to vision a play and into the 18, eventually stolen there and out for a corner kick. Podmal will make his way forward. A lot of height in the box. The height advantage certainly in favor of the Dutch Lions, as Podmal and Valiente, the 2 tallest players on the pitch, both in the orange kits. Alvarez stands alone as he looks over the ball on his left. Podmal being told to get in at the 6-yard box. As this one driven in towards the back post, Podmal was there. Same with Baltide as Podmal runs onto it. Podmal takes it on his right, gives a great service across the box, and it's one touch back to the keeper there. Very dangerous. And the Miami Beach coaching staff screaming to get it out. Alvarez will be whistled down there for the foul after contact. Aristotle Sifferlis. Miami Beach looking to try to run the through ball. A few times we've seen it now. with Zapata trying to use his left to clear it up to the striker. Now taken into the 18, guarded by Funk, getting past Funk, and a nice play there by Bravo to clear it away. Robert Stoutenberg on the far sideline, the head coach for the Dutch Lions, screaming at Juan Valiente to move back and shift back into his position. This team's still learning one another. Chemistry not there. But it certainly has developed a lot just in the past couple days. The return of Coach Stoutenberg, also having a collected unit there as a dangerous opportunity comes in and it gets by Peter Wenzel. That's one he's going to want back as Miami Beach strikes here first. It's the Florida international man, Kerry Sarmiento, driving it there past the diving Wenzel. And Sarmiento had Wenzel guessing as the Florida international man, one of the best players in his high school's career, will send that one home. We'll take a look at the replay right now. Sarmiento gets the touch, gets the opening. Wenzel got two hands on it, but just unable to drive it away from his goal mouth and in there for the goal. In the 42nd minute, we've seen it before here at Ted Hendricks. Last time it was Ten Lopez scoring the 42nd minute against Miami United to open the scoring. Here it's Kerry Sarmiento in the 42nd minute to open up the scoring once again here at Ted Hendricks. A common theme put in place here by the newcomers to the Sunshine Conference as the Dutch Lions, who have outplayed Miami Beach in the possession game, find themselves now behind on the scoreboard 1-0. That's one Wenzel's going to want back. He's been spectacular up to this point in the campaign. But you can see, as we take another look at that replay here, and it just goes off the diving hands of Peter Wenzel. So now taken here by Yari Steiger, a set piece opportunity as a minute later, the Dutch Lions looking to answer. Miami Beach's defensive line shifting back and coming out to make the stop there is Christian Blanco. And the applause there of the Miami Beach faithful. As you see, Sarmiento scoring in the 42nd minute for Miami Beach. That's the difference right now. It's been interesting. Ignacio Ten Lopez, the leading scorer, has really surveyed the field more than tried to attack it. As we see another opportunity upcoming, there was Ten Lopez. As both Sarmiento and Ten Lopez have showed off their skill set offensively here today. Now Zoran's getting beat there, overcommitted, and this could be trouble as Wenzel will come out and collect. Wenzel will play this up to Damian Baltide here as we're in the final minute of action in the first half of play, barring any stoppage time that our head referee on the field decides to impose. As Zoran's trying to work quickly here, the Dutch Lions maybe get one more opportunity. It looks like he put up 1 minute of stoppage time over there. Now taken here by Juan Valiente. In towards stoppage time right now. As it's taken and driven the other way, a 2-on-1 opportunity upcoming here for Miami Beach. A touch and Wenzel comes out and makes the sprawling stop, saving a goal there and rebounding as his defense was caught out of position. Wenzel coming up huge there for the Dutch Lions. Zoran's now working the opposite direction with pace and a great defensive play on the tackle as Miami Beach just trying to run out the clock here in the first half of play. Our referee checks his watch, puts the whistle in the mouth, and that should just about run out the first half. As we'll get the end of the first half whistle, our score at the break. Miami Beach 1, the Miami Dutch Lions 0. We'll be back with the second half coverage after these breaks here from Ted Hendricks Stadium. Welcome back to the second half of the action between the Miami Beach Football Club and the Miami Dutch Lions. It was Sarmiento scoring in the 42nd minute, and that's the difference right now between these two teams in the battle for Miami right now, as the Dutch Lions pressuring after Miami Beach started off. Thomas Van Dyke coming into the game right now for the Dutch Lions. He'll be wearing number 7 in orange. Did not start the last game. Also, Juliana Roberts in for the Dutch Lions as Axel Funk has come out of the game. Trying to figure out who the other player was who exited for the Dutch Lions. No moves to speak of for Miami Beach up to this point. But Juliana Roberts playing up top now. As Alec Bravo will send it over to the near side. Tyler Zerons, who was the best player for the Dutch Lions in the first half, will go between the legs and intend for Thomas Van Dyke. It never ended up getting to him, as this one will be cleared away by Miami Beach. Van Dyke got the start against Miami United, eventually getting subbed out due to injury. But he enters here in the second half of play. Fabio Podmel making a great play there. Play on, says our referee, as Van Dyke is on the ball. Plays it into space on the far side for Matthew Antolines, who drives this one in towards Roberts, but the offside flag up on the far side of the pitch. Podmel going to try to position himself back in front of the goal scorer here for Miami Beach. It was Kerry Sarmiento, who in between the break was not feeling great on the pitch, as Sarmiento took his time getting off during the halftime break. So Van Dyke in for Axel Funk. Giuliano Roberts will play this off his chest. The man out of Napoli, Italy, enters here at home for the first time with the Dutch Lions. Raced on there by Juan Valiente. Taken on the touch here. It's Miami Beach. Alejandro Esposito. And along to Sergio Medina. Played out of the back there by Robin Walsh. The one touch over. And now played into space here for Miami Beach. Fabio Podmel tried to keep it in, and eventually it was Miami Beach who kept it in there. This is now taken on the left. Here is PK Stoffel. Stoffel now taking it off his left, surveys his options, and will send that right to the right foot of Fabio Podmel. Now taken here by Giuliano Roberts, the man from Upper Iowa trying to race after it. And weaving in and out of defenders there nicely was Robin Walsh. So we do have a substitution for Miami Beach. It's Ignacio Cubeto, who has made his way into the game here. He was possessing the ball a lot in the first couple minutes of the half, as Thomas Van Dyke gets beat inside the 18 now. Here's Miami Beach, who looked for the back post and unable to get there, as Aristotle Sefurlis looked for the goal, and Peter Wenzel just diving as that one scraped wide. A real opportunity there for Miami Beach to take a commanding 2-0 lead. Wenzel telling his boys to move up here as he sends a goal kick into the attacking third. Taken by Juan Valiente there, and now over time and space here for Damian Baltine, who take it on his right, and a nice save there by Miami Beach's Christian Blanco. Blanco has played in every game and started every game for Miami Beach as their man in goal. He had a clean sheet his last time out against the Central Florida Panthers. This one will be volleyed wide of the cage for Wenzel. And it was Wenzel who started off the last effort there, which ended in the hands of the opposing goalkeeper, Blanco. But Baltine really had a good chance on that shot. This one will be sent into the attacking third once again. Wenzel showing off the skills and the power behind his right leg, as this one's now sent over to the near side. Another attacking opportunity here for Miami Beach as Wenzel plays it off a hop and calls off Fabio to eventually collect it. Podmol has had a nice rebound game from last week as well, as he has certainly come into his own. The man out of Longwood University, playing at the Division I level. Here's Tyler Zerons over to Damian Baltine. Baltine taking it on his right. Now centers it, and just out of the head of Giuliano. Giuliano Roberts entering here does have his goal already this season. That came in the first game against Malgia, the lone goal that the Dutch Lions have scored. Fans continuing to file in here in the second half of play. Blue skies have come across the pitch right now. Clouds out in the distance as Baltine stands over the ball. Alvarez at the top of the box here. And we have a change here for Miami Beach, their second substitution of the match. Coming out of the game is going to be Lucas Mastro Giuseppe. as this service comes into the box, dangerously headed away, and a nice play there by Juan Valiente to try to get something towards net at least, and it just goes a couple feet wide. So the day is done there for Lucas Mastro Giuseppe, as he will exit at a solid performance for Miami Beach. Playing now out of the back here. Miami Beach, a whole lot older than this Dutch Lions side. As this one's taken on the right, now sent through. An opportunity upcoming here for Miami Beach and stabbed at there by Podmal, but now losing it. Going the opposite direction, here's Miami Beach once again, and that is an errant pass out wide. One that Kubetu wants back. So the Dutch Lions still just trailing by the lone one, but the pressure has been adamant here by the Miami Beach Football Club. Podmal will clear it right back to the feet of Miami Beach. And here they go once again. It's Alejandro Esposito overlapping here. And now sent off to the far side. Intercepted here by Antolines as Van Dyke takes it. Trying to win the ball in the midfield. Van Dyke fouled on the play, and no whistle from the referee, actually, so we'll go down as a clean play. Referee saying he got enough ball to award the play on, as this one is cleared finally away by the Dutch Lions. Valiente trying to send that one off a Miami Beach player, and it will eventually find its way out of play for a Dutch Lions throw-in. The lone goal coming in the 42nd minute at the closing stage of the first half for Miami Beach. A play that Peter Wenzel definitely wants back, but it was a one-on-one point-blank opportunity. Wenzel guessed in the right direction, but just a hair too late as he did get a fraction of his gloves onto the ball. And it going by the left side of him, right side of your screen, at the goal mouth that is now taken over here by Christian Blanco. Still a valiant effort there from Wenzel, even in that one-on-one opportunity. And if he'd saved it, it would have been one of the best saves that we'll see in the NPSL Sunshine Conference all season long. But he expects perfection as this team's trying to find a goal here at home for the first time this season. Van Dyke steps up, and Miami Beach plays through him. Now over, here's Aristotle Sefirlis. And ahead now to the goal scorer. Here's Kerry Sarmiento. Sarmiento so dangerous on the ball, touches it back to Sefirlis. The no-look pass inside, and that one will trickle past the near side post for a goal kick. It looks like we're going to see a couple substitutes here. Lucas Labatt will come on here for the Miami Dutch Lions. And applause here for Sarmiento, whose afternoon will end. I mentioned was certainly not feeling well at the halftime break and will exit as the substitute will come on. Labatt now in for Juan Valiente in his return to the lineup. Labatt playing in the wing position out there on the right wing. As Shiger will send this one back to his back line, and here's Podmal. Intercepted now in the attacking third. The Miami Beach going the opposite direction. Sefirlis over. Dangerous thing coming in, and what a save by Wenzel! Comes up huge there. The point-blank stop on the leading goal scorer for Miami Beach, Ignacio Ten Lopez. Peter Wenzel makes the sprawling save and denies Ignacio Ten Lopez. And what was a for sure goal there to go up 2-0. Now moving the opposite direction, we'll see it. The momentum swings after that save. Going over to Damian Baltide, and he'll slow things down. A lot of time here for Alec Bravo. And a long intended for Giuliano Roberts. Two substitutes there as Lucas Labatt will take it. He'll drive this one in towards Van Dyke, and all three substitutes here for the Dutch Lions playing a factor in that opportunity, which is eventually captured out of the air by Christian Blanco. Blanco sends this one over, and the handball there on Ignacio Lopez. Peter Wenzel doing a good job talking to Alec Bravo, telling him to be the first one and get that first touch on the ball. Alec Bravo, man out of Weston, Florida, plays his collegiate ball at Central Connecticut State University as Lucas Labatt runs onto it. Taken now and cleared away by Christian Blanco. Over to one of the substitutes for Miami Beach. A turnover, though, in the attacking third. Van Dyke will fire that one and miss just inches wide of the post. And all the momentum now in favor of the Dutch Lions, who looked for their equalizer here. The Miami Dutch Lions have come out with a whole lot more momentum following the massive save from Peter Wenzel, who denied the point-blank opportunity from one of the top goal scorers in the conference, Ignacio Ten Lopez, as Zorons will eventually actually win the battle there against the freshly substituted in Teo Candido. And we mentioned Teo Candido in the open. He has one of the goals this season for Miami Beach. Candido scoring the game winner actually here at Ted Hendricks Stadium against Miami United. It was him and Ignacio Ten Lopez with the 2 goals their last time here at Ted Hendricks. This one skipped along, and that's no harm, no foul as it's, no harm, no foul as it's taken by Anderson Zapata. Van Dyke sent over to Damian Baltine, and it will eventually roll into the 18. The overhand throw out now to Teo Candido, who steps around Tyler Zorons. Now the 1-2 back to Candido, and a nice tackle there by Alec Bravo, who has continued to work all around the pitch here as one of the 2 center backs for the Dutch Lions. 60th minute of play here. Still plenty of time in the second half for the Miami Dutch Lions to turn things around, but Miami Beach now a real set piece opportunity from the corner as they'll take their time to set it up. All but one player back, that's Giuliano Roberts. The official having a talk with Van Dyke and PK Stoffel, it looks like, as that one is driven way outside the box. Not a good corner kick by any means. That's one that Sergio Medina is going to want back. Good pressure here by Giuliano Roberts as Blanco takes that one out of the air. Good pressure here from Alvarez now as this one's driven up the field. Chested down out of the air, and Medina looked to turn and go. He'll win the battle, though, as Candido will head over. Actually going to be Alejandro Esposito. Here is Candido. Double teamed, and the Dutch Lions will win. Actually, initially the signal was that they won possession, and now overturned as Esposito now will send this one back in. Candido is Yari Steiger plays that one down. And now a difficult opportunity upcoming here. Podmal steps up, and a dangerous opportunity upcoming. That one is whipped wide of the cage. And a shot that was forced to be off target there by the defense from the Dutch Lions. But Sergio Medina had an eye on goal there. Wenzel had to go and retrieve one of the balls, so he'll play it over now, short to Podmal. Now over to space. Here's Antolines. Trying to do it himself, and will actually win the throw-in here. One of the two substitutes, Ignacio Cubeto. Van Dyke now. Baltide races over. More of a generic stop there on the ball as Baltide sends it over to Zorans. Zorans whips it in towards the box. Got deflected down. Baltide gets it and will whiff on the shot. Now racing over. Clearing it out of play is Miami Beach. Baltide, if he had connected on that thing, was going to be laced towards the net. As the Dutch Lions look for the equalizer. Now into the 64th minute. This one continuing on here. Throw in towards Juliano Roberts, intercepted by Zapata. And now Baltide dishes it off, and Felipe Alvarez couldn't win the battle. Contact, and the throw-in will go the way of Miami Beach. Taken by Teo Candido here. Good pressure here by the Dutch Lions as Van Dyke had shifted over. And now Alec Bravo does a good job at keeping the ball in front of him. 64th minute of play. Just over a half hour, or around a half hour left. Far side of the pitch now for Miami Beach, who hold a 1-0 lead right now. Back and forth game. Everything has gone right here for the Dutch Lions. Wenzel made a big save here in the second half. It's just they have not scored. They have not put the ball in the back of the net, and so we continue to wait on here as more pressure upcoming here for Miami Beach, and a nice play there and a stop there by the back line for the Miami Dutch Lions. Cubeto had found time and space and looked to rifle that one home past Wenzel. And now Juliano Roberts, the man who has the lone goal on the season for the Dutch Lions, holds on the far side of the pitch and drives that one in. No one home at the back post. Coach Robert Stoutenberg telling his guys, go to goal. None of this playing across the goal mouth. They're saying go to goal, have a strike, get the set piece if it goes off the goaltender. So many things can happen rather than playing it across the goal mouth. But Juliano Roberts certainly exhausting out there after coming in to start the second half. Yari Steiger down now on the pitch. Athletic training staff looking to try to come out and tend to Steiger. Yari Steiger will make his way off the pitch for the time being. A good opportunity for both sides to get some water there. As Steiger will get some water of his own and await the signal to return onto the pitch. Now we've reached the 67th minute here. Time starting to wind down as we approach 20 minutes to play here in the second half. The Dutch Lions come in at 1-2. For Miami Beach, they're 2-1 on the season as the Dutch Lions looking to try to move in and jump over this Miami Beach team. They'd be able to do that with a win as both teams would go to 2-2 on the season. But they'd need 2 late goals here in order to accomplish that, as Miami Beach looks to be in a lot better control than they were to begin the second half, as Steiger will take it and go in the opposite direction, although Lucas Labatt, the man out of Atlantis, decides to retreat the ball to the center back, Alec Bravo. Bravo holds. And that one will be taken in the attacking third now for Miami Beach. Medina racing forward and stopped there by Fabio Podmal, who stepped up and made a big-time play. Now working the other way are the Dutch Lions. It gets past the defender. Roberts trying to run onto it, but turning the corner, here's Walsh. Walsh racing past Tyler Zorans. And Zorans able to step back and eventually win the goal kick as it deflected off both players a couple times there. And another substitution upcoming here for Miami Beach, their fourth of the match. More and more fans have filed in throughout this one as Ted Hendricks Stadium will continue to play host to games for Miami United and the Miami Dutch Lions throughout the 2022 NPSL Sunshine Conference season. Wenzel will play it short here to Fabio Podmal. Alvarez. Now here's Podmal. Touched along the 1-2, intended to go back to Antolines, and Van Dyke just put it a little too far out of the reach of Antolines there. Coaching staff liked it, however, as this one is played and turned now for Miami Beach. Kubetu. Taken by Medina. Sergio Medina. He's had one of the two good opportunities in this half. The give and go now over is the newly substituted player for Miami Beach comes in. It's driven in towards goal and taken there as Santiago Freen, the reserve who started out the game and entered here in the 68th minute, is saved there by Peter Wenzel. Zorans with the attempted ball up to Felipe Alvarez. Alvarez battles and actually will win the ball back to Zorans. Podmal. It looks like it's going to be Alessandro Granados on the far side of the pitch, who's getting ready to come in for the Dutch Lions. That'd be their fourth change of the match as well. Damian Baltide on the near side of the pitch was calling for it, not happy that it wasn't sent over to him. He is a man one-on-one in what he believed was a mismatch. Alejandro Esposito, I mentioned, started off the game as more of a defensive mid, has now worked himself into a wing-back position here. Now Alvarez will send this one in towards goal, and rather routine play there by Christian Blanco. Alvarez steps up, and now here is Zapata. Far side of the pitch. Turning and going is Kubetu. And now it's Candido. Freshly substituted Freen will drive that one wide of Wenzel's cage. And both teams elect to make a substitution here. It's going to be Granados who will come in for Baltide. And coming off here for Miami Beach is going to be PK Stoffel, who got into it with Thomas Van Dyke there for a little bit. Granados, we saw him playing as a back in the last game, is moved up and now playing at the wing. Granados listed as a defender, so getting an opportunity now to try to play a little offense and score the goal that would equalize up this Battle of Miami right now. Good touch inside here for Walsh. Sent over to Alejandro Esposito. Walsh drives it towards the far sideline, and that actually will find the bench and one of the few reserves that are left here for Miami Beach. They've made 5 substitutions. You can make 7 at this level. Obviously cannot return, unlike the NCAA. Now a turnover, deflected there by Miami Beach, and a turnover will result in a set-piece opportunity upcoming here. It was Ignacio Cubetu who won the ball as he continued to play back and forth with Tio Candido. Candido wanted it. Now taken off the bounce. Here's Walsh. And Alessandro Granados will intercept it here. Odd man break if they want it. Granados looking for the through ball to Alvarez, and that never had a chance. But we'll see it go the way of the Dutch Lions here. Granados certainly wants that one back, but for a man playing out of his normal position, so far has found himself positioned well. And there's another look at it there as Granados runs onto the throw-in by Tyler Zerons. Stepping up there, was Alec Bravo. Clipped Ignacio Ten Lopez. Here's Zerons. Now Bravo. Podmal. Ball being moved by the center backs right now and over to one of the outside backs. Zerons. And turned over by Steiger. Numbers going the opposite direction into the attacking third here. Miami Beach wants another one as Podmal ensures that they don't get it. Antolines will clear it down to the way of Peter Wenzel for the moment. But this pressure needs to come in the opposite direction if the Dutch Lions want to find the equalizer. And we're going to see a sub here. It's going to be Juliano Roberts, who actually was one of the substitutes to begin the half, who's going to come off here in his return to the lineup. We're going to have William Kim at Argentina make his way in. Reserve out of Atlantis University. Kim does possess a strike. And we're going to see our first booking of the game. Head referee calling over a number of players here. And we'll eventually put the card away. So unsure if there was a booking there. So eventually there was a booking as one of the players went back to talk. Unsure of who it was. We'll try to get it to you. Now racing the other way is Sergio Medina. Medina on the ball outside the 18. Medina will turn, find some space here. Dangerous opportunity as they cut it back. Whipped in towards the box. The bicycle kick in, and that one will go out of play. Antolina's got clipped there, and the yellow card coming over for the high kick. Ignacio Ten Lopez, none too pleased about it. And if he continues going on, he will get a second yellow as the athletic training staff will come in and take a peek at Matthew Antolines. Yellow card is going to be issued to Mateus Linez, one of the substitutes for Miami Beach. Linez coming right into the game and making an impact. As he gets booked, he was the first one to get booked, as Ten Lopez then getting the second booking in consecutive minutes. And it's going to be offside. The flag went up on the far side of the pitch. So another turnover by the Dutch Lions. They cannot keep having these if they want to find this equalizer. They controlled the game for part of the first half and now parts of the second half. It's not been a complete effort in either side. As a good run there by Ignacio Ten Lopez. And this one dished off. A nice save, though, by Peter Wenzel. We've said it a couple times in the second half to keep this a 1-0 game. He did it against Miami United and now doing it against Miami Beach. Peter Wenzel stopping almost everything here today. Just the one goal allowed in the 42nd minute of the first half. And now Felipe Alvarez finding a lane here. Has one man to beat. Decides to dish it off. Lucas Labat inside tight. And that one comes across Miami Beach, making the sprawling deflection as the Dutch Lions lose out on their best goal-scoring opportunity of the match. Lucas Labat tried to weave his way inside, and you see Ten Lopez on the booking there was the second of the two players who got the yellow. But back to that goal-scoring opportunity. Lucas Labat had it and had the game-tying goal on his feet. And a nice play coming across there was Walsh. Going the opposite direction now. Here come the Miami Beach. Ten Lopez juggles that one, and it slips through his feet. Bravo will whiff to try to clear it. Wenzel puts his hands on his head there. Thought for sure that was going to reach its way out. Granados, who was playing the wing, shifted back into a fifth defender. William Kim unable to garner the ball loose, and Zapata will hold. Good ball movement here by Miami Beach. Durans will whiff there on the tackle. Into the 18 now. This could be trouble, and that one hammered through the American football goalpost once again. Second time that we've seen Teo Candido do that, and you can now see why Teo Candido scored the game winner against Miami United. He has found space, he's found time, he's found the opportunity, and he can know how to find goal. He's done everything except find the goal here since coming into this match, as he continues to create opportunities for Miami Beach. The Dutch Lions searching for their first goal of the match, their first goal at home on the season. And it's not going to come there as Granados is unable to keep the ball in play. Steiger gets his hand wrapped around, and that's a clear foul there. See a change here, a substitution. The sixth of the match for Miami Beach. They'll have one remaining. Sergio Medina will make his way off. Only a couple reserves who we've not seen now into the game. As Medina continues to make his way off here. This is about 30 seconds of time just getting eaten up here by Miami Beach. Pod ball over to William Kim. Now back to pod ball. Along to Bravo. Here's Felipe Alvarez. Double teamed, and the ball eventually finding the feet of Walsh. This one sent forward. Substitute coming in, Vinicius Hoppen-Mollman, as Mollman will overtake Medina in the midfield. No Alex Benitez today. So Antolinas is taking up the minutes of Benitez. Antolinas has played a heck of a game out there. It's been so solid on the far side of the pitch here today. This one in towards Granados. Van Dijk upended, and it's going to be a set-piece opportunity right outside the box here for the Dutch Lions. And Yari Steiger, the first one to it. It looks like Steiger wants it. I wouldn't be surprised if Felipe Alvarez, who's made his way over, elects to take it as well. Kim is discussing it with Van Dyke and Steiger here. The three of them talking. There's a 5-man wall being created here by Miami Beach. All hands on deck back for them. Zorans and Antolinas stay back. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just go right for goal here. Have not really tested Christian Blanco here today. A lot of routine saves for Blanco when he has been tested. As Van Dyke stands over it, Steiger has given way. Kim standing next to the ball. Van Dyke with a deep breath sends it in towards goal, and it gets to him through the wall as Christian Blanco able to find it and takes it in on a hop. Not a bad effort by any means by Thomas Van Dyke to get it past 5 defenders there. He created the opportunity, then he took the opportunity on the set piece. But Christian Blanco makes his 3rd save of the afternoon. And we'll see the first booking against the Dutch Lions here today. It's going to go against Fabio Podmal. The German none too pleased with the yellow card. Getting up gingerly there was Ignacio Cubeto. More and more people continuing to file into Ted Hendricks. Zapata will send this one in, and Peter Wenzel comes out and yells keeper as he takes that one. Just a handful of minutes left here for the Dutch Lions. William Kim takes it in turns. Every game has been a 1-goal game. Every game has been a 1-0 game. And the Dutch Lions trying to turn the tides here as Thomas Van Dyke takes it. Time and space here for Van Dyke, who will rip it, and Blanco's there. Not a bad take there by Thomas Van Dyke, who puts it right on goal. But Christian Blanco just having to shift over a step as the Dutch Lions trying to avoid falling to 1-3 on the season. Just have to get into the top 4 to get into the conference tournament. Taken out of the air nicely by Teo Candido, but a high kick will result in the turnover. And Tyler Zorans will play it now to William Kim. This seems to be the group that is going to finish it off here for the Dutch Lions as Labatt tried to go over and make a play, but Lucas Labatt unable to do so as he'll turn it over once again. The runs that the Dutch Lions have been making today, a little more determined. There's a little more purpose with them, but still some things to work on for sure as they find themselves down just 1-0 to a team that has beaten 2 of the best teams in the conference already. Take it on the left and now move forward. Here is Ignacio Cubeto, and the humidity as you see the sun come out, certainly a factor in this one right now, especially for the players not used to playing down in South Florida. Cleared away. Throwing up coming here for Miami Beach. Wenzel telling his back line to move up. And that one will be clipped out of play past the keeper, Peter Wenzel. Miami Beach not going to like that shot as it hands the ball right back over to the Dutch Lions. Wenzel drives this one across the midfield line. Taken out of the air nicely there by Alejandro Esposito. Working the other way. Here is Teo Candido in with space. Fires that in a save by Wenzel. Another one coming up big. The 5th save of the afternoon there for Peter Wenzel. And the Duke keeper standing on his head here in the second half to keep this a 1-goal margin. Lucas Labatt is going to shift back now. Lone man up is Felipe Alvarez, as there's 9 players back, 10 if you count Peter Wenzel here. set piece that Miami Beach wants to put the Dutch Lions away with. This one chipped in towards the box, eventually won out of the air by Miami Beach. Not much Santiago Freen could do about it. And now Felipe Alvarez driven on the goal kick there. Finding himself into the 18. A good idea there by Wenzel as Alvarez goes over, touches it to Granados. Granados takes it on his left, weaving in and out of defenders. Numbers forward here for the Dutch Lions as we're in the 88th minute. Fabio Podmal thought about making the decision to put it towards the box. Instead, elects to go to Tyler Zarans, who will do just that. In towards Lucas Labatt and easily headed away by Miami Beach. Steiger. Alec Bravo trying to find a through ball there. Does find a lane as Felipe Alvarez running on a diagonal there to try to win it. Eventually plays it off the defender, and they grant a goal kick. Looks like Alvarez is a little shaken up over there. Surprised one of the Dutch Lions players don't get the ball and quickly give it over to the keeper, Christian Blanco, in an effort to try to save a couple seconds of time. So we approach the final minute of play before stoppage time. Not sure that we'll have a lot of stoppage time here, as the second half has gone on really without much of a hitch at all. William Kim getting tossed down to the turf as he was warded away by Santiago Freen. Quickly played up now as Miami Beach looks for their second. Candido overlapping. Here is Ignacio Ten Lopez. Ten Lopez on the ball. And finally finds a lane into the 18, but Granados had shifted back. Van Dijk elected to use Podmal there. And now Podmal will turn. Not much space, but he creates some as they approach midfield. Could be one of the last opportunities here for the Dutch Lions. Lucas Labatt runs onto it. Trying to keep it in, services it into the center of the box, and no one home there. Hands on the head for the coaching staff for the Dutch Lions. Teo Candido. Over here is Malman. Now eventually finding the feet of Ignacio Cubetu. We're now past the 90th minute. It's all up to the referee's discretion at this point. Played out of the air. Miami Beach's coaching staff selling referee, ref. They want that final whistle called. Candido taking it out of the air here. He moves forward and overlapping past Granados, who has worked back as another defender. And now this one launched and headed over the goal as Peter Wenzel will try to set it up for one last opportunity into the 91st minute. One more minute, says the referee. Maybe that's one last effort here for the Dutch Lions. Played up as Van Dijk goes down rather easily there, trying to draw a foul. Felipe Alvarez over to Granados. They can equalize it if they get a goal. The Dutch Lions certainly in need of one here. Trying not to fall 1-0 for the third consecutive game. Finding Alessandro Granados now over in the near side corner. In front, Van Dijk plays it through and no one home as Van Dijk elected to allow it to go through his legs there. Podmal steps up. They need to get the ball here, the referee. Allowing one more minute of time. He looks at his watch. This one sent over towards us in the broadcast booth. As Zarans will make an attempted tackle there. It's a 2-on-1 here for Candido. Candido puts it on his right instead of using Ten Lopez on his left. Now taken by Cubetu. Into the 18. This one driven in towards goal, and Wenzel with the save. Save number 6 for Peter Wenzel, as that will do it here, our final from Ted Hendricks Stadium. Miami Beach Football Club comes in and beats the Miami Dutch Lions by a final score of 1-0. It was a very similar game to the game against Miami United. The Dutch Lions players poured out their hearts on the field here today, but it was not enough to get the equalizer in the dying minutes against Miami Beach. The goal scorer in the 42nd minute, Kerry Sarmiento, the FIU man, one of the top players down here in the Florida area, comes through big and scores in the 42nd minute, beating Peter Wenzel towards his right side. Well, our final here once again, Miami Beach Football Club 1, Miami Dutch Lions 0. A big thank you to Topside Agency and their entire crew. For my name, I'm Matthew Gregorio saying so long and good night here from Ted Hendricks Stadium.